Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am really excited to share this video with you today because I've seen several vegan YouTubers who are putting together videos and they are trying to show how you can go vegan or plant-based anywhere. My goal for this video was kind of like to challenge myself and see if I could put together a day's worth of meals just from the dollar store. My budget that I had set for myself on this particular day was to spend no more than $15. My other goal was to see how healthy I could make the meals be. Now, before I went to the store, I did not have set recipes in mind because I wasn't sure at the Dollar Tree that I went to what exactly I would be able to find. So when I went into the store, I just kind of went through and picked out ingredients and picked out foods that I thought would be the most nutritious and built kind of the recipes in my head off of that. So I'm excited to share this video with you. I hope you like it. Make sure you watch the video all the way through because at the end of the video, I'm going to give a breakdown of the nutritional value of all of the meals combined and kind of separate, and to see just exactly how nutritious you can eat being plant-based or vegan, whichever you are, using a smaller budget and just shopping at a dollar store. I also want to note that I only used items that I bought on this particular day. So I didn't add any extra spices or vegan butters or anything like that to any of the meals. I was trying to see with just $15 in hand exactly what the meals would taste like and how nutritious they would be. So here we go. All right, so on to the food haul. For breakfast, I got a package of frozen strawberries, bananas, and blueberries. I found a carton of sweetened vanilla almond milk. And I plan to make a smoothie with that, and I was going to add in some peanut butter for protein. And if I was still hungry, I found these cinnamon and brown sugar breakfast biscuits. So that was my plan for the day for breakfast. All right, then for lunch, I got a box of spaghetti, and I was going to mix in some rotel, which is really just the diced green tomatoes and green chilies. And for some greens, I was gonna mix in a little bit of frozen spinach. So that was lunch. And then for dinner, I was going to do tacos, and I was able to find some tortillas. I got some dried pinto beans for the protein. For vegetables, I got a bag of onions and peppers and some salsa. So that was gonna be my plan for dinner. Also, for breakfast, I forgot to show you, I did find some coffee. So that was for part of the breakfast. And for snacks throughout the day, if I was still hungry, I picked up some pistachios. And if I was feeling like I had a sweet tooth later on in the evening, I found these freeze-dried peach slices. So, and these were, there's no preservatives or anything like that. So that was gonna be my plan for dessert. So for all of this, I spent, and this is at the Dollar Tree, I was able to get all of this for $14.28. So under $15. And a lot of this stuff, you know, it's good for more than one day. Obviously, you're not going to eat all of the breakfast biscuits in one day. You're not going to eat all of the beans or the tortillas in one day. So that was my food haul. Hey guys, so I'm about to make my breakfast smoothie and have some peanut butter with the cinnamon and sugar breakfast biscuits. The serving size on the bag of the frozen fruit is 2/3 of a cup, which they say is about half of the bag. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pour half of the frozen fruit into my blender. And you notice I don't have one of those fancy Vitamix blenders, just a Ninja. Totally fine, works amazing. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of peanut butter. The serving size for this is 2 tablespoons, but I'm gonna use the other tablespoon to put on the breakfast biscuits. So I'm gonna add the scoop, get that in there, the scoop of peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna add, shake it up a little bit. I'm gonna add that vanilla almond milk. Like I said, I'm gonna do a cup of that. Pour that into the blender. And then I'm gonna just blend it all up. All right, so this is what the breakfast biscuit package looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open those up. And there's 2 little biscuits in the package, and there are 6 packs that come in the box for $1. And I'm gonna take that other tablespoon of peanut butter, and I am just going to go ahead and spread it on the little biscuits. Like I said, I thought that I would do that just for the added protein. Whoops, my little cracker broke. That's okay. And add some extra peanut butter to that one. There we go. All right, let's see how it all tastes. All right, I'm gonna take a bite of the biscuit first with the peanut butter. The biscuit is really good. I have to say, it's even better with the peanut butter. This peanut butter is really good. It's very creamy, and it has a really good taste to it. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend the peanut butter, and these breakfast biscuits taste really good. All right. Now for the breakfast smoothie. So it was a blend of strawberries, I think raspberries, blueberries, and bananas, but I'll double check that. And then I added the scoop of peanut butter and the almond milk. So, I can definitely taste the strawberries. And I love strawberries. It's really good. I don't notice like any kind of strange taste from the almond milk. I didn't try the almond milk by itself, but in the smoothie it tastes totally fine. So this is actually, I think, would be a really good breakfast, and I think it would definitely hold me over until lunch. So I think it's just the right amount of protein, and like I said, you've got your almond milk in there and your fruit. So I give it a thumbs up for a healthy breakfast from the dollar store. My plan is to use the suggested serving size, which for the spaghetti is 2 ounces. That way when I go ahead and use a nutrition app, I will be able to make sure that I'm getting all of the calories and nutrients that I need for each day. All right, the serving size for the spinach is 1 cup, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the spaghetti. And when that's done cooking, I will add in the rotel, and the serving size for that is a 1/2 cup. The serving size for pinto beans is a 1/4 cup, so I'm going to go ahead and get those prepared now. And instead of doing an overnight soak for these, what I'm going to do is put them in a rapid boil and then let them sit in a covered pot for an hour, and they should be good to go. All right, guys, so I'm about to taste the spaghetti and the spinach rotel that I made for lunch. And I didn't add anything to it. I didn't add any salt or pepper or anything like that. For this, I am just sticking to exactly what I bought at the Dollar Tree today. So let's see how it tastes. I'm gonna get a little forkful right here. See if I can do this as neatly as possible eating spaghetti, we'll see. I have to say it's really, really good. The rotel gives it enough flavoring to where you really don't need to add anything else to it. It's actually really, really good, and I would definitely make it again. All right, I am choosing to use the app Cronometer to break down the nutritional value of the meals that I had. Now you can see that it shows that I met 87% of my targets, which I think is not bad for just trying this out as a challenge. The nutrients that I was lowest in were zinc, potassium, iron, vitamin C, vitamin D, and the protein lysine. So I feel like the vitamin C, you could up a little bit. The Dollar Tree, I did notice, did have cans of pineapple that were in 100% pineapple juice, so I feel like that would be a healthy option. And it's way better than any of the canned fruit that they have that's in heavy syrup. You could increase your zinc intake by adding in pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and nuts such as cashews. Also, for the potassium, to boost that, lentils are good, kidney beans, lima beans, all of which the dollar store did have. Let's see. And also, just as a side note, a lot of the things that contain potassium are also high in iron. So things like your lentils, lima beans, and cashews, those are all going to also boost that iron. And let's see, I feel like the vitamin D is going to be a little bit tricky. You may need to take a multivitamin if you're being very restrictive or if you're feeling tired or anything like that. Vitamin D might be a little bit harder to get into your diet if you're just strictly using items from a dollar store. Let's see, also your B vitamins. Those are obviously going to be low if you are familiar with being vegan or plant-based. You are going to need to take a vitamin supplement to help you with that. So that's the breakdown. And like I said, I think that that's pretty fair for just one day worth of meal plans on a budget under $15 from the dollar store. I also want to mention that when I was doing the food calculations, I did not add in the freeze-dried peaches because I could not eat them. I just didn't like the taste. They were very bitter, and for me personally, they were a no-go. Next time I will choose something else. And now that I've seen the breakdown of exactly, where I stood nutritionally, I could maybe swap them out for something else like, cashews or sunflower seeds or something like that. So I wanted to add that in. For this particular challenge, I went with under $15 for my budget, which I was able to do. I am positive that if I thoughtfully planned out meals, okay, for an entire week, I think I would be able to make quite healthy meals. I think that I could do much better if I did an entire week's worth of meal planning. I think that if I gave myself a budget of between $56 to $63 for an entire week, okay, which would break down to between $8 and $9 per day, I think that I could make pretty healthy and nutritious meals just using items that are at the dollar store. Okay, I wouldn't use anything else that was found in my home because I feel like for me, for the challenge that I would do for myself, that would be like cheating. So just using items at the Dollar Tree for between $56 and $63 for an entire week of eating just plant-based from the dollar store or vegan, whichever one you want to call it, I think that that would be pretty good considering that some people spend, maybe almost $8 to $9 a day on a Starbucks coffee, which is a little crazy. So if you're gonna be able to get the nutrition that you need on that kind of a budget, I think that that's pretty good. So that is my take on that, and that's what I'm gonna try to do in a future video. So I hope you found that helpful in some way, and I'm going to try to do this again in the future, so watch out for other videos on this same subject. I am going to try, there are 2 other Dollar Trees that are close to community colleges, so my thought process is kind of that these videos would be geared toward, maybe people on a lower budget, maybe college students, maybe people just trying to be plant-based or vegan on a budget. So watch out for those videos. Also, I think it's very, very important for me to note that I myself am not vegan, okay? I have family members who are vegan. I consider myself to be plant-based. I mean, every once in a blue moon, I'm sure that I eat something that is not entirely plant-based, and I always say that I just do the best that I can, but I just wanted to throw that out there that I am not vegan. This was, again, just like a challenge that I wanted to do for myself to see really, what can you do plant-based on a budget. Also, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not an expert in any way in the medical field or the nutrition field, okay? So I think it's important that if you are changing your diet in any way, make sure that you talk to your doctor, make sure that you are paying attention to what nutrients you are taking into your body, what nutrients you may be lacking, what vitamins you may be lacking. It's very important because, you only have one body, okay? You have to take care of it, and you have to be very mindful that you are getting everything that you need to make your body run and function properly, okay? So if you're trying to be vegan on a budget or be plant-based on a budget and you're just eating like junk food, or if you're being extra restrictive and just eating like one particular food group, you're probably, most likely, not going to be getting all the nutrients that your body needs. So make sure that you do your own research, and that, if you need to follow up with a healthcare provider or a nutritionist, make sure that you do that. If you're not feeling well, it is important to get yourself checked out or reevaluate, your eating plan. So with that being said, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.